அனைவருக்கும் காலை வணக்கம். Since we have participants from all over India, I will be introducing in English. It's my great pleasure to welcome you all for the In Conversation webinar, Series 4, organized by Lit the Light. The only worse than being blind is having a sight but no vision. Helen Keller. Most of us have sight, but how many have a vision for their future? Today, we have amidst us a special guest whose life is truly inspiring. Her life story is a lesson to even the abled individuals because what she has achieved despite her challenges could not be achieved by several abled individuals. She never allowed her physical challenge to interfere in her path towards achieving her vision and mission. Her grit, determination, and the will to succeed propelled her to achieve what she wanted to become in her life. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Beno Zephine, who is with us today. She is India's first visually challenged Foreign Service officer who received the first Women's Award from the President of India, Sri Ramnath Kovind, in 2018. She had been the topper and secured first place in secondary level examination at the state level among visually challenged category. During her higher secondary level, she attended Global Young Leaders Conference in US in 2008. She received bachelor's and master's degree in English literature. She has a high level of proficiency in French language as well. She then started working as a probationary officer with State Bank of India. After securing 343rd rank in All India Civil Service Examination in 2014, she joined Ministry of External Affairs. She will be sharing with us in her conversation with Mr. Nandakumar IRS about her achievements, her awards, her goals for the future, and also valuable tips for the civil service aspirants. Mr. Nandakumar is our chief mentor for civil service aspirants. Thanks to both of you for joining us today. Appreciate all of you for attending on a Sunday morning.
So good morning everyone and good morning Thambi, Bharat Thambi. It's again Lit the Light organization love. Joining this session is very much pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Ma'am also joined. So
okay.
Just we give the introduction about ma'am.
How are you, sir?
Hi Beno, how are you?
How are you, sir?
Wonderful. Pleasure meeting you again on this online webinar session.
Yes, sir. It's been a while that we met each other, so it's such an amazing occasion.
Yeah, I think this moment should really inspire so many also. That is why the purpose of this conversation. So really, we take the I and myself and the Lit take the opportunity to have an enlightened conversation.
And this morning, my husband is also joining me, sir. He's very curious to listen to you. He's read a lot about you. He said he's just very much curious to listen to you.
So nice, so nice of him. So please convey my message to your husband also.
Sure, sir.
Sure. Beno, I think as I discussed early. See, many times we find there are a lot of challenges for the aspirants, especially the UPSC aspirants. And even when I take, even for a normal person, the competitive exams have a lot of perception and misperception, or other people don't have a proper orientation. So I just want to ask you this very interesting question, because even today morning, I was telling my son, unless I see the Himalaya, I can't visualize to scale up Himalaya. So it is this way that we know, we have read it in our GIA, the general knowledge, 8,848 meters, that's a meters actually. So someone has to visualize it's in the sense, it's not the sight actually. Someone has to visualize that one day I will peak the Himalaya. So the same way, எனக்கு என்னன்னா உங்களோட ஸ்கூல் டைம்ல, உங்களோட காலேஜ் டைம்ல, உங்களோட டீச்சர் சர்க்கிள்ல, உங்களோட டீச்சிங் சர்க்கிள்ல, உங்களோட ஃப்ரெண்ட் சர்க்கிள்ல, இல்ல உங்களோட ரிலேட்டிவ் சர்க்கிள்ல உள்ள ஈவன் நோன் சர்க்கிள் அவங்கெல்லாம் என்ன மாதிரியான ஆஸ்பிரேஷன் உங்களுக்கு தேவ் கிவன் ஆக்சுவலி உங்களுக்கு அவங்க அவங்க வாட் ஆக்சுவலி ஆஸ்பிரேஷன் தே கேவ் யூ?
Sir, first of all, I must thank everyone who has joined this Zoom meeting and who is listening to me this morning, and especially Nandakumar sir. Sir, you have been my guide. You have guided me not just after entering civil services, but your guidance has remained with me even before me getting into civil services. So I must thank you, sir, for being both an inspiration as well as a huge support for me. And I thank Lit the Light Trust for having invited me. And this is such a great initiative. And I wish all the aspirants, be it sighted aspirants or people who have visual challenges, I wish all of you a very, very happy preparation. And I'm sure this is going to be a very, very fruitful moment of your life. Sir, regarding your question,
Beno, I just have, you said happy preparation. That's that is the moment I always expect from any aspirant. It should not be a desperate preparation. It should be a happy preparation. Rightly stated. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Sir, and sir, I'm not sure, but when I was at the age of 4 or 5 years, I actually narrated this. We have in Tamil the vada story where the grandma cooks vadas and the crow comes and takes vadas, and the crow takes one vada and the crow goes and sits on the tree, and the fox asks for the vada, and the crow asked to sing by the fox so that the vada falls out of crow's mouth. So sir, I changed that story. Like when fox asked vada from crow, the crow did not give vada to the fox by putting it in the mouth and singing and all that. Instead, I somehow said that to my uncle once. I remember that, sir, uncle, I would actually, the crow would place the vada near its legs or between its legs, and then the crow would sing so that the vada does not fall down. So my uncle was my uncle was amazed, and he said, wow, this is the first time I'm listening to this version of the story. How did it occur to you? I said, why always the crow should be at the losing end? Sometimes let the fox also lose. So then my uncle said, then I think you can become a lawyer. Then in my school, my teachers, I studied in Little Flower Convent Higher Secondary School for the Blind, which is in Chennai. And I must say it's an excellent school where my teachers always trained me to participate in many oratorical competitions, both inside the school and outside the school with other sighted students as well. So whenever I got a prize, so my teachers used to say, you're capable of becoming something else, but don't dream small. So that was the message. I don't know, but I was very fortunate to receive that message. But honestly, I must confess that the thought of getting into civil services did not occur to me till my 10th standard. Actually, when I got into 10th standard, I stood first among the visually challenged level. Then I suddenly got a thought, why the government should also honor visually challenged students, because when a sighted person who gets 495 marks or 490 marks, or if they get 485 marks, they get the entire media attention and coverage. So I used to think, நம்மளும் அதே syllabus தான் படிக்கிறோம், and in fact வந்து அதே syllabus இன்னும் scribe help ஓட we write with great amount of difficulty. So then when we stand first, there was no media at that point of time to cover me or anything. So I thought, why is this the thing like this? So then I approached the then Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, and at that point of time in 2006, and I said that I expressed my entire narrative to him. And later, a government order was passed to honor visually challenged students who occupy first 3 ranks in 10th and 12th standard who have studied in Tamil medium. Later, when that happened, my teachers, everybody started saying, see, you have some leadership quality in you, with which you can think of getting into something unique. Your horizons can be little bit expandable. So then what happened was, when I got into 12th standard, I again got the opportunity of attending Global Young Leaders Conference in Washington, D.C. and New York. So then I was traveling in a train in 12th standard, and suddenly I met a civil servant. I honestly don't remember his name, but I wish I could. I met him and he said, why don't you think of civil services? That was the first time I heard the word called civil services.
Civil services. Okay.
Wow, what is this? That was so fascinating. And he said there are a lot of services in it, this, that. But, as a student, I must say that I was 100 times more enthusiastic than what I am today as a student, because, asking this, very curious to know that, this, that, etc. So I was like very curious, and I told my father, see, I'm going to do this. And then my parents are someone who never said, I mean, don't do this, don't do that, etc. And even in my family, extended family, nobody treated me as a visually challenged student or a visually challenged relative, etc. So I had somehow, by God's grace, I had the privilege of fighting as I would do as a sighted person with any of my family members and having fun, etc. So I got huge motivation, but I told my father that I would start preparing for civil services after my first year of college, because I want to enjoy. So then I said, I want to enjoy, and my father said, as you like it. As Shakespeare says, as you like it. Then what happened? I joined Stella Maris College, wherein I did not leave any activity or any curricular event. And I wanted to participate in everything. I wanted to speak in every, every event, or in every occasion for that matter. Like I wanted to record my presence. And I also attended a lot of intercollegiate oratorical competitions, both in Tamil and English at that point of time. So my teachers, my lecturers, again in Stella Maris College, I must thank them. They also started saying that now, girl, you do whatever you want, and sky is the limit for you. And then I really started preparing for civil services during my bachelor's, but not very seriously. But I started little by little, and I joined Loyola College for my master's. And I must thank Loyola College and its management, because everybody was so cooperative, right from my lecturers till up to the principal of the college. So and everybody started giving me an opportunity to speak and all that. So I somehow really could not settle for anything below civil services. So then I started writing my NET exams, my banking exams, etc. But I got into State Bank of India again, where everybody started motivating me and started recognizing my work. And as Madam Margaret says, appreciation makes your life beautiful. So when I got that appreciation, I was very beautiful to myself at that moment. And I started preparing for civil services, and I was able to crack it. But thanks to the effort of every single person, right from Almighty to the last person who has paid even a smaller role in my career progression. Yeah.